Hello, good afternoon. Adonis here. I got off the gym. Not a bad day. Unfortunately, football wise, Texans, yeah, they kicked the bucket. Cause I was watching like first half of most of the games was at 12 with my buddy Fila until I had to go to the gym. But yeah, very poor performance by the Texans. Uh, 0-3 now, which is very bad. And then, was it the Rams versus the Eagles? The Eagles were doing some black magic because somehow I think they blocked the ball twice. So they won luckily. Like it just yeah, very unfortunate. But yeah, I mean Texans. My team is the Bills, but I mean, I'm from Texas, so I mean Dallas is just trash, and Texans. I mean, they did pretty good last year, but this year, I mean, my God, Stroud and the team is garbage right now. So, uh, look, I'm not that big a fan just because they're from Texas. I root for them, but it's like I wish they did better, right? It is what it is. Uh, just going back home. Not like I said, not a bad day. The morning wasn't too bad. So far, going off of yesterday's video, I haven't had any issues with the Pro Max. Like the battery's great. I haven't really messed, like I said, I haven't really messed with anything else. Hopefully, the quality, yeah, you can see the green light. Hopefully, the quality is good. With the mic, I just need to charge it to make sure it's not doesn't get low on battery or anything like that later on. So, no, I mean, performance very good. Like I said, it's only been a few days, so then like the real life performance. Oh, yesterday I talked about I was going to talk something today. Yes. So PC oh not PC laptops, right? I always say PC, but it's laptops. Um, so for me, since after high school, I've had two PCs, both HP laptops, right? The whole reason why I got HP was because well, every time I went, first time was Best Buy, the computer was heavily discounted. And then second time, when I went to Costco a few years ago, it was heavily discounted. Versus at the time buying like a MacBook, it was full price, like 1,000 versus the HP, which was priced over 1,000, but discounted to like $800 or something like that. So it was like, oh well, hey, this is heavily discounted. And me, I wasn't really much of a tech guy, so stats and specs and everything like that, I really wasn't into. Didn't know much of. Um, and I think I mentioned that I did sell my old PC. What did I sell it for? I mean, I sold it for like what, $80 or something like that a few weeks ago. Was it 80? I don't even. Or was it 100? Or did I sell it for 100? Huh. I don't recall. It's crazy. But either way, I sold it right. But the thing is, like that computer, it wasn't good anymore. It was one of those things that it was what 20. I think the year was probably 20. It had to have been 2016. Between 2016 2017, between that period of time. Oh, that sound. You know how the first time I recorded this video, there was like some like crackling noise. Oh, it's because it's where I have my camera, where I have my phone on. It's on like a magnet that's on my dashboard of my Tacoma, and that's what I guess the weight of the phone, based on the road conditions, like moves it, so it sounds like a crackling. That's what caused it that first video. Oh, so hopefully the mic, cancels out some of that noise, but I get it now what that is. Well, yeah, no, and the thing is, like, so I had the HPs, and my current HP, had it for about 2 years now. It's just, it's so. I mean, for me, I thought it was a really, like, let's say, a higher end PC, right? It was with iCore 7 Evo, 32 gig RAM, a terabyte SSD. I mean, you would say from just that, hearing that, it's like, oh, that's really high end. The only thing, the graphics card is like Intel Xeon, something like that. It's a very, I looked it up. It's a very low performing graphics card, right? So that unfortunately weighs a lot the PC down, because when I do rendering and stuff like that, or when I have a bunch of Chrome tabs open, I mean, I don't even know if that takes account, but like I'm noticing my PC, like the fans start turning on, and when I check the task manager, like 100 CPU at times. So I'm like, oh, I have Google up with a bunch of tabs, editing, for my video. And it's not like I do it. I mean, you watch my videos, I don't do crazy edits. It's just, I don't know. So maybe it's a little bit intensive for my computer. Like I said, the stats are very good, because I was looking into a MacBook, because right now, like the base MacBook, 13-inch, 16 gig, it's $799 on Amazon, or 700 on Amazon, which is great, right? It's 200. I think it's $200 off the base. Yeah, 799. It's $200 off the base. What it usually costs. So I was like contemplating, like, should I try to sell my PC while it's still, like, it's only 2 years old, like, and buy that. But my thing is, like searching the web and everything like that. I mean, my PC is still fine. It's just when it comes to rendering and stuff like that, I'm just on the fence of, because, like, even if, cause I looked into like upgrading the RAM for the MacBook, and I mean, Apple does cost an arm and a leg for Apple, when it's like, what, $200 to increase it, and it's like you're starting to get to the point where you might as well get a MacBook Pro. It's one of those, what's the term in, like, sales? It's like the price ladder. Like, for products, like, you can get this, but for a little bit more, you can get this product. It's kind of like the phones, like the iPhone lineup. You get the base phone, but it's like, hey, you pay $200 more, you can get the Pro. You pay $100 more, you can get the Pro Max. It's like one of those things where it's like, oh, okay. And for me, it's like, I mean, the thing is though, the Mac, I was looking at it. I realized that when I was looking at it yesterday, the ports is very limited ports versus the MacBook Pro, right? And I'm not using all the ports. It's just it doesn't have a USB-A on there, right? And granted, I was looking. I mean, you could buy just like an external, I guess, port, external. What do you call it? Like external. I was looked it up on Amazon, but it's just like an internal, like, product you can connect it to, where you can plug other connectors to it. Sorry, I'm blanking on the term of that. Like dock, external dock. But I'm like, and obviously you would prefer it to be built in versus external. But yeah, I'm like, and the thing is with MacBook Pro, like the base is still the same chip, which I would say the chip, I don't think is the issue. Like, with what I'm running, the import chip is fine. But then I was always also contemplating, like, should I just wait till next, the M5 come out, you know, because, like, the M4s, like, the MacBook Air came out, 6 months ago. The Pro came out last year. It's like, should I just wait for the? Granted, it's not going to be discounted, because right now the M4 Pro, I mean, it's discounted right now, like a few $100s. You know, so it's one of those things where it's like, should I just buy it? Because the thing is, my plan was kind of like with any other, like, Apple product. For me, is after a few years, I'll just trade it in, right? Just get the newer model. Granted, looking at the M4, or looking at the MacBook lineup, like, there's not. I mean, obviously, when you look at M1 to M4, there's a jump, but like between M1, 2, and 3, it's not that crazy of a jump, right? So like for me, it was one of those things where I was like, I mean, if I were to get the M4 MacBook Air or the Pro, I mean, I'm probably sticking with that for 3 years minimum, right? You know, because with the whole Apple trade-in, it's like, well, I could just trade in my. And then the thing is, like, say if I get a MacBook, well, it's gonna have a higher end trading value versus the Air, right? So it's just kind of like what to choose it from. I don't know. I mean, it's just one of those things where I'm like going back and forth with. Uh, so that's why I want to talk. I was like, obviously, like my thing was just the funds. Like I have the credit limit to buy it, but it's like obviously I still have to pay that off. It's like $1,500 if I were to get a MacBook versus like 799. And I was wondering like maybe I just cop the Air because I always wanted to get into the like. I mean, most of my products is Apple, so I'm already heavily into the Apple ecosystem. I'm just missing the laptop, so it's just like, should I just get the base Air and then just so I'm in the like full in the ecosystem, and then from there, a few years if I wanted a MacBook Pro, I'll go from there. But obviously, if money was an issue, I would just got the Pro and been done with it. But I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. I'll think of it more maybe tomorrow. So we'll see. But if anyone has any suggestions, yeah, do comment down. Uh, to tomorrow. Take care. See ya.